election headquarters. Here's Fred Childers with This Week in Louisiana Politics.
Good Sunday morning to you. I'm Fred Childers. Thanks for joining us for This Week in Louisiana Politics on your local election headquarters. We have a lot of stuff to cover, so let's get started. Last night, Louisianans cast their ballots for who they want to lead the state, as many statewide positions were open for the first time in years. Turning to the governor's race, no runoff needed, as Jeff Landry is the outright winner. Landry ended the night with 52% of the vote. Democrat Shawn Wilson, who was hoping to be in the runoff, only got 26% of the vote, as you see there. Last night, Jeff Landry addressed the crowd at his Broussard watch party after learning of his outright win. Shannon Hecht brings us the details of the night.
We are just moments after we heard from Jeff Landry speak to his crowd after being named the governor-elect of Louisiana. It's a stunning win that not many people expected tonight to finish without a runoff. Even his own campaign said that it seemed unlikely, but now he'll be taking the highest office in Louisiana come January. Take a listen to what he had to say to his crowd.
I have said from the beginning that our state is blessed with the most hardworking, courageous, fun-loving, wonderful people in the world. We care about our values. We're strong in faith. We care about our friends, our family, and our community. And now it's time. Because listen, the journey's not over. Y'all can party tonight. But we got a lot to do, okay? So have fun. Because now we're going to start putting smiles on the people of this state. Where we're going to say living in Louisiana is easy and bringing people here is more. God bless you. Let's have a great time. This is your victory. Thank you so very much.
Landry rounded out the night with about 52% of the vote, with Shawn Wilson only getting 26. For your local election headquarters, I'm Shannon Hecht.
Very excited governor-elect there. Shawn Wilson's night ended with a concession speech and a call to Landry to congratulate him. Sydney Simone was there and has the latest.
Historic night for the state of Louisiana, as the only candidate running in the Democratic Party for governor of Louisiana, Shawn Wilson, falls short to Jeff Landry.
Now, many people I spoke with here say they were expecting a runoff election, which Congressman Troy Carter says is pretty common for the state of Louisiana. That will not be happening since Jeff Landry, the Republican candidate, finished with nearly 52% of the votes. Shawn Wilson finishing off with 25% of the votes. Wilson says he believes the amount of sporting events within the state and our neighboring state, Texas, played a role in the turnout today.
I think the turnout numbers are a result of public engagement. I think they're somewhat disengaged because of the partisanship and the fact that we aren't doing anything for families to make them safer, smarter, healthier, and wealthier. Those are principles that matter to everyday families. As we start making it easy for people to vote, the fact that we had homecoming at Grambling, homecoming at Southern, a major game at LSU, and God knows how many buses went to Houston for the Saints game, says that we aren't focused on what really matters for families. Athletics are great. College football is phenomenal. But government is going to be here beyond the end of the fourth quarter.
Now, Shawn Wilson says this is not a loss in his eyes, as he was able to reach many people and communities across the state of Louisiana.
And what's next for Shawn Wilson? Well, he says continuing to be a voice for the people and spending more time with his family. Reporting for your local election headquarters, I'm Sydney Simone.
Stephen Wagaspack came in a distant third place. Jacqueline Kissick has that story.
We worked our tails off the last 7 months, and I would do it again in a heartbeat because it was the thrill of a lifetime. It was unbelievable to feel the heart and the presence of the people of Louisiana. And I was just truly, blown away by the entire thing. But at the end of the day, I want to tell you, election nights are about math. And math tells us two things tonight. One, we're not going to make it to the runoff, but that's okay. And the second thing I think it tells us is that our next governor is going to be Jeff Landry. And I want you to listen to me here. When I started this campaign, I asked you to believe in Louisiana. I asked you to believe in me. I asked you to believe in a better day coming tomorrow. And that needs to happen in Louisiana. So we all owe it to our state And we owe it to our next governor. And we owe it to the grandkids and the kids that come after us to do whatever we can to make this a state that's right for all of us. And so I hope you join me in doing that in the days to come, because the movement and the energy that I felt on this campaign, let me tell you something, it was real.
As for the other gubernatorial candidates in this year's election, Republican John Schroeder only got 5% of the vote. Hunter Lundy, the lone independent in the group, finishes with 5% of the vote, and Sharon Hewitt finishes with 2% of the vote. And we're tracking the election results on off the air. Here's a look at what poll numbers are looking like in several races across the area. Stay with us. We'll be right back.